Okay, so let's solve another problem now. So this model is from theories of failure. Okay, so theories of failure is very important. Actually, theories of failure is one of the important topic from unit 1. Okay, DMM1 unit 1. So let's solve one previous year problem. A shaft is designed based on maximum distortion energy theory with a factor of safety 2.0. The material used is 30 C8 steel. So 30 C8 is a grade. Okay, so steel grade 30 C8 steel with a yield stress of 310 MPa. So yield stress is given. It is subjected to an axial load of 40 kilonewton. So the shaft is subjected to axial load. Okay, so the magnitude is 40 kilonewton. Determine the maximum torque capacity. Diameter of the shaft is 20 mm. Okay, here you have to calculate the maximum torque. So here the unknown is maximum torque. So theories of failure, very important topic from unit 1. So maximum torque. So maximum torque. T denoted by T maximum. You can say T maximum. So T maximum how much? So we have to calculate. This is the unknown value. Okay, torque. So what about the given data here? So factor of safety is given. So factor of safety is equal to 2, and yield strength is also given. Yield strength value. What is the yield strength? So yield strength is 310 MPa. Here yield strength value is 310 MPa megapascal, and subjected to an axial load. So axial load is okay. So axial load P is equal to 40 kilonewton. Okay. So this is equal to 40 into 10 cube. Axial load is also given, and diameter shaft is also given. Diameter D is equal to 20 mm. Okay. So here we have so many theories of failures. Okay. So what are the different theories of failures, like normal stress theory or Rankine theory? Okay. So and maximum strain energy theory, von Mises theory, maximum shear stress theory. So here we mentioned that okay, the shaft is designed based on maximum distortion energy theory. So we have to use the maximum distortion energy theory. So maximum distortion energy theory on which are so clearly mentioned in the question, given question. So maximum distortion energy theory. We have to design this shaft based on maximum distortion energy theory. So according to maximum distortion energy theory, what is the formula? So sigma T1 whole square, okay, so plus sigma T2 whole square minus sigma T1 into sigma T2 is equal to sigma Yp by factor of safety whole square. This is a formula according to maximum distortion energy theory. Okay, you have to remember this formula, very important. Okay. So first of here, where sigma T1, what is sigma T1? Maximum max. Okay, so I will just shortcut, I will write that shortcut. Maximum maximum principal stress. Maximum principal stress. Sigma T2, minimum principal stress. Minimum principal stress. So maximum principal sigma T1 represents maximum principal stress, sigma T2 means minimum principal stress. So okay. So what about sigma Yp means yield stress and factor of safety. Okay. Using this relation, we have to calculate this maximum torque. Okay. Fine. First of all, calculate maximum principal stress and minimum principal stress. So first of all, let us write the formulas. Maximum principal stress, sigma T1 is equal to formula. What is the formula? Sigma 1 plus sigma 2 divided by 2 plus, okay, of root over sigma 1 minus sigma 2 whole square plus 4 tau square. Here tau represents shear stress. Tau means shear stress. Sigma 1, sigma 2 are the normal stresses. Okay, normal stresses of the biaxial system. Okay, normal stress. Sigma 1, sigma 2 are the normal stress. They may be tensile or compressive. Okay, So so here again similarly for sigma 2, so same formula, so sigma 2, sigma T2, sorry, sigma T2. Sigma T2 means minimum principal stress, sigma T1 means maximum principal stress, sigma T2 means minimum principal stress. For minimum principal stress, same formula, just sigma 1 plus sigma 2 divided by 2. Instead of plus, just put minus, okay? So minus of, solve same formula, but only difference is the sign, okay? So sigma 1 minus sigma 2 whole square plus 4 tau square, okay? So maximum means positive, minimum means negative, okay? Just you can remember like this. Okay? So here again, what is sigma 1, sigma 2 and tau, okay? First of all, tau means shear stress, okay? What is the formula for shear stress? So shear stress, okay? So shear stress of a shaft, so formula tau is equal to 16T by pi, okay? So 16T by T is unknown, okay, maximum torque. So pi into d cube. So what is the value of diameter? 20 mm is given. So 20 cube. Just solve this expression, okay? First of all, solve this expression. So after solving this expression, you will get the value 6.366 into 10 to the power of minus 4 t. Okay. So this is the value. Okay. Fine. So what about sigma 1, sigma 2? So here we have only one axial load, single axial load, okay, uniaxial system here, okay. So because sigma here only single axial load is given, that P is equal to 40 kilonewton, okay, 40 kilonewton is given. So that's why sigma 2 is 0, here sigma 2 is 0. Why? Because the given system is uniaxial system, okay. So only single axial force acting on the component, okay, there is no any other load, okay. So here only single load is given, okay, that axial load. So then sigma 2 is equal to 0, here sigma 2 is equal to 0, and sigma 1, whatever sigma 1, sigma 1 is equal to, so axial stress, sigma 1 means axial stress, you can take axial stress. So this axial stress is equal to, okay, axial load divided by area, so P by area, okay. So what is P? So P value is already given, 40 into 10 cube Newton, okay, 40 kilonewton, convert into Newton. So then area 5 by 4 into d square, 5 by 4 into 20 square, okay. So fine. Now solve this expression, you will get the sigma 1. So sigma 1 is equal to, after solving this, so 127.32, okay, Newton per mm square. So this is the value of sigma 1. So after calculating this expression, we will get this one. So now we have sigma 1, sigma 2 and tau. Okay, sigma 2 obviously 0 because there is no perpendicular, there is no other load, okay, only single load given, okay. So one axial load. So now substitute all the values in sigma T1 and sigma T2, okay. So substitute these two values. So first sigma 1, let us substitute maximum principal stress, sigma T1 is equal to, so sigma 1 by 2 means, sigma 1 by 2 means, okay, sigma 1 by 2. So sigma 1 means 127.32 divided by 2 plus of root over, so from this part, okay, sigma 1, okay, sigma 1, sigma 2 obviously 0, so sigma 1 whole square means 127.32 whole square plus 4 tau square, 4 into, what is the value of tau? So tau means 6.3662 into 10 to the power minus 4 whole square. This is sigma T1. Next sigma T2, similarly sigma T. Now sigma 2, okay, sigma T2, sorry, sigma T2 means minimum principal stress. Remember, sigma T1 means maximum principal stress, here we consider sigma T2 means minimum principal stress. Sigma T2 is equal to sigma 1. So sigma 1 value 127.32 plus sigma 2 means 0, so no need to write. Plus, sorry, not plus, minus, okay. So minimum, sorry, minus, okay. So minus of root over, again sigma 1 whole square, 127.32 whole square plus 4 tau square. So 4 tau square means 6.3662 into 10 to the power minus 4 whole square. Okay, right? Now substitute sigma T1 and sigma T2 in distortion. Okay, so von Mises theory or distortion energy theory. Okay, so use that formula sigma T1 square. Okay, what is that formula? Sigma T1 square plus sigma T2 square minus sigma T1 and sigma T2 is equal to sigma Yt by factor of safety whole square. Okay, use that formula to get this torque value. Oh, here we forgot that torque. So torque is also there. So, sorry. So we have to find this value only. Okay. Okay, t. So this t value we have to find this t value. So let us see. So if you before using that formula or okay distortion energy theory formula, okay, before that let us simplify these two terms. Okay, sigma T1, sigma 2. Okay, so 127.32 by 2. So sigma T1 after solving okay this expression you will get 63.66 plus so of so if you solve this expression, so we will get so 127.32 whole square plus solve this expression. Okay, so if you solve this expression you will get the value. So multiply the 4 into 6.366 into 10 to the power of minus 4 whole square. So after solving okay this term we will get so 162.11 into 10 to the power of minus 10 to the power of minus 4 whole square means 10 to the power of minus 8 t. So after solving this term you will get, you can simplify like this. Okay, just simplify. Okay, fine. Similarly sigma T2. Okay, same 63.66 instead of plus minus of root over 127.32 whole square plus 162.11 into 10 to the power of minus 8 t square. Okay. Okay, now apply that von Mises according to von Mises theory. So what is the formula? Sigma T1 square okay plus sigma T2 square minus sigma T1 into sigma T2 is equal to sigma Yt by factor of safety whole square. Now you know that from algebra we have some formulas. Okay, so from algebra we know that formula a plus b whole square okay plus a minus b whole square is equal to, so what is the formula? A plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. So a plus b whole square means a square plus b square plus 2ab. Similarly a minus b whole square means a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, minus 2ab plus 2ab cancel, then finally 2 times of, so 2a square plus 2b square, so 2 times of, just to take the 2 common, then 2 into a square plus b square. Next, similarly we have another formula a plus b into a minus b. So what is the formula? A square minus b square. So why we are calculating, why we are using these two formulas? Okay, I will tell you that. Just wait. So here you can see that this is actually sigma T1 square. Okay, what is sigma T1 square here? So this is actually sigma T1. So this is A and this is B. So let us consider this term as A. Okay, this term remaining term. Okay, plus this term as B. So A anukondi is B anukondi. Okay, then it becomes A plus B. Sigma T1 is equal to A plus B. A is equal to 63.66. B is equal to this term, this whole term. Okay, then so sigma T1 square means A plus B whole square. Yes or no? Isn't it? So sigma T1 square means A plus B whole square plus sigma T2 square. So sigma T2 square means, so okay, sigma T2 square means A and this is B. Okay, so A minus B whole square. Okay, A minus B whole square is equal to, so what is the final term? 2 into A square plus B square. So if we simplify, we substitute this sigma T1 and sigma T2 here. So after simplifying, we will get this term only 2 into A square plus B square. Okay. Similarly, so now sigma T1 into sigma T2. It means Okay, sigma T1 means A plus B. Sigma T2 means A minus B. Okay, so here A is equal to 63.66, B is equal to half root over 127.32 square plus 162.11 into 10 to the power minus 8 into T square. So ఇలా మనం ఏంటంటే తీసుకుంటే మనకు సింప్లిఫై అవుతుంది. ఓకే ఓకే we can simplify. Okay, we can reduce the calculations. So మన calculations reduce చేయొచ్చు ఇక్కడ. Okay, ఈ terms ఈ formulas యూజ్ చేసి. So then A plus B into sigma T means A minus B, so it becomes A square minus B square. Okay, so the symbol is minus. Here the symbol is minus. Okay, subtract 2 into A square plus B square minus this A square minus B square. Yes or no? So here sigma T1 square plus sigma T2 square is equal to 2 into A square plus B square. So minus sigma T1 and sigma T2 means we will get A square minus B square. Here A is equal to 63.66, B is equal to this whole time. Okay, okay, that's all. Okay, now sigma T1 square plus sigma T2 square means, so what is, okay, so final sigma T1 square sigma T2 square final term 2 into A square plus B square. Okay, so minus sigma T1 sigma T2 means A square minus B square, A square minus B square, bracket A square minus B square is equal to, so now solve again, simplify this term. Okay, so actually is equal to, we have sigma yt by factor of safety. So here I am not considering actual values. Okay, later on we will substitute. Okay, still we can simplify this term. So ఈ term మనం ఇంకా simplify చేయొచ్చు. తర్వాత మనం A value B value తీసుకుందాం as whole square. So sigma yt is already given. Okay, sigma yt I think 310. Okay, so later on we can substitute, no problem. Yeah. So now it becomes a 2A square plus 2B square minus A square. So just multiply minus into minus plus B square. So sigma yt by factor of safety. So this problem, actually theories of failure problem somewhat lengthy. Okay, lengthy. Okay. Anyhow, very important for exam point of view. In exam point of view, this model is very important. You will get one question. Okay, I am talking about the J&K syllabus. Okay. So A square, okay, 1 A square is cancelled, okay, A square, 2A square minus A square means A square. So 2B square plus B square, 3B square is equal to sigma yt by sigma yt, we can write direct value, 310 is given. So factor of safety how much? 2, I think. So factor of safety, okay. So I will check once what is the value of factor of safety. So here the factor of safety value, how much is given? 2 is given, okay, 310 by 2 whole square. So 310 by 2 means how much? 155 whole square. Okay. 155 whole square. So now let us take actual values here, A and B. Okay, instead of A and B, we have to take the actual values. What is the value of A? A is equal to 63.66. Okay. Let me arise. Okay. Fine. So A is equal to, here A is equal to 63.66. Okay. So 63.66 as we seen before. Okay. So and plus 3B square. What is B? Root over 127.32 whole square. Just recall what is the value here. So here we got some value. What is that value? So 162.11 into 10 to the power of minus I T square. Okay, right, is equal to 155 whole square. Okay. Now, fine. So this again this 1 by 2. If you again, here we have, I think we forgot the square. Okay, here square is also there. Okay. So 3B square. Okay. So 3B square means this whole term whole square. Okay. There is a square. Okay. Don't forget the square. Okay. Now apply the square. Okay. So first of all 63.71. Okay. Let us take this 63.66 whole square to the right hand side. Okay. It becomes 155 whole square minus. Okay. Plus becomes minus 63.66 whole square. So the right hand side 155 whole square minus 63.66 whole square. Okay. So remaining. Okay. So 1 by 2 whole square. Apply the square. So it becomes 3 by 4. 1 by 2 whole square means 1 by 4. Okay. So square and root cancel. So the square and root cancel. The remaining term 127.32 plus 162.11 2.11 into 10 to the power of minus 8 into t square. So this okay, whole bracket. So we converted that lengthy term to the simple term. Okay, we converted from a long term to the short term. Okay, now it becomes very easy to solve. Okay, so is equal to 155 whole square minus 63 whole square. Okay, so further we can simplify further. Okay, so here okay, so here it's 123.32 square. So now, so 3 by 4 into 120.30 square, okay, this term is equal to, so 155 whole square minus 63.66 whole square, okay. So 63.66 whole square, we have taken the term, left hand term to the right hand side, okay. Then okay, then, so after again, here 3 by 4 means 0.75. What is the value of 3 by 4? 0.75. So then take this term to the right hand side. Then it becomes so 127.32 whole square. Okay, this one. Okay, 123.32 whole square plus this term is equal to 155 whole square minus 63.66 whole square divided by 0.75. After solving this expression, you will get this value. Okay, 26,069.8. Now take this term to the right hand side. Then it becomes 162.11 into 10 to the power of minus 8 t square is equal to this one. Okay, so in whole square. Okay, so 26,629.8 minus 127 whole square. Okay. So now solve these terms. You will get so 1041 approximately 10419. Okay. Just cross check once again. 26,629.8 minus 127.32 whole square. So 10419.4. 419.4. You will get this one. So now t square becomes t square is equal to, then it goes to the denominator. Okay, so this value becomes, so 10 419.9 162.10 to the power of minus 8. So now solve this thing. So you will get t square is equal to, so 10 divided by 162.11 into e minus 8 whole square. So not whole square, sorry, e minus 8. And you will get 6427375. 6427375. So t is equal to square root of this value. So t is equal to, if you take square root, you will get 8017. Okay, 171 Newton mm. So if you convert into meters, then it becomes t is equal to, so 80.171 Newton meter. This is the torque, maximum torque transmitted by a shaft. Okay, this is the final answer. Okay, thank you.